set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by a man who took San Francisco to Super Bowl 54 in his first full season as a starter. Now he gets a look at them from the other side of things. Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Garoppolo now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. As
we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Let's go.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 14 carries, 65 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
He'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Lance gets this one to use check. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And Lance now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
Let's go now.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Throwing now is Lance. And this pass caught by Gray.
Let's go.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. George Kittle from 17 yards out. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it down at 48, enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments, as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick 6. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here we go.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And Thomas has it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry to try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To throw, it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
White flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
Here we go, here we go.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down and a run by Robinson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Robinson. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Lance going to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Lance now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Off play action. Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo looking for Gibson, and he's got him going across the formation. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Garoppolo on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the...
And across the chalk, into the end zone is a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
Share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in this.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. so the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Garoppolo.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer to put your deep.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
And they're going to speed things up here. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance
going deep downfield for Ross. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the posts.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
And the Washington offense heading out.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now play fake. Lance.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And quickly they get to the line.
They'll run with Mitchell.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense set to take over again.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone in that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Returnable here from the 38. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And it was the Chiefs who emerged victorious. Patrick Mahomes, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
So not just a blowout win for